Welcome to another episode of Barman Saturdays, and this week I decided to return to the Legendary Detectives collection. After all, where else can I get some B-grade film noir and some Dick Tracy action? Nowhere, that's where. Plus, it gives me a good excuse to say the word dick over and over and over again, without having to watch Batman and Robin. Oh man. I got that floating around somewhere, and I dread the day I talk about that one. Chicks dig the car. I'll get drive-through. Oh man, the Bat credit card. Oh man, I better stop before I freak out, like the nostalgia critic does. Like that stuff, gets to you real fast. Such a lack of respect for the Dark Knight, man. Just move on. I don't want to get out the happy pills. But, yeah. We got ourselves, a superior dick in this case. One that's not a whiny wanker. We got one that's a homicide detective. But with Dick Tracy's dilemma, we have Dick Tracy called in to investigate a disappearance of a night watchman at a factory, or I guess it's not a factory, a warehouse, that holds valuable furs. Only, the furs were stolen, so they stole the furs and killed the night watchman, so you gotta bring in Dick Tracy and a bunch of other cops, I'm sure, because, when you steal more than $50,000 worth of fur, people are gonna want to investigate. I guarantee it, but killing the night watchman, many would argue, is probably a pretty dumb move.
Oh, you're such a smart character, ain't you? You couldn't just hit that night watchman over the head, could you? You had to get fancy and tear him up. Now the whole homicide squad's on our tail.
Because, when you go from thieves to, murderers, it probably brings a lot more heat on you. People are like, we really need to get these guys, thieves, they're a dime a dozen, but murderers, oh, yeah, we gotta catch a murderer. I can understand why people when they're stealing stuff in these movies, can you please not kill anybody? You're bringing extra heat down on us. You're bringing down the Dick Tracy. And he's unstoppable, man. You can't believe how quick he solves cases. Just give him a couple days and he'll have everything figured out. And yeah, considering this movie is an hour long, things move at a really brisk pace. We're going from one scene to the next. We gotta throw a clue here. We gotta have a scene about, I'm sightless, watching the criminals talking about what they're doing. Because Sightless is an informant for Dick Tracy, albeit he does die in the middle of the movie because the Claw gets him. Yeah. We got a villain named the Claw. And that just screams, for references either to, Inspector Gadget, I'll get you next time, Gadget. Or, the Giant Claw, a bird as big as a battleship. Man, I need more B-grade monster movies. Attack of the Giant Killer Shrews is not enough. Sure, I got Attack of the Giant Leeches as well, but come on, I honestly need one about a bird as big as a battleship. Plus, that means I can make jokes about how you sunk my battleship when it dies. Yep. We're going there. But as far as Dick Tracy's Dilemmas go, I'd say it's a pretty good movie, if you want something that's quick to watch, because it's constantly just moving from one moment to the next. It doesn't, make you have to sit and waste your time. We're just quickly, working through Dick Tracy's efforts on solving the clues. We got the criminals backstabbing and betraying each other, to get a bigger cut, they're Heath Ledger's Joker, which is always enjoyable.
I can't say it's... I had nothing to do with you. I had nothing to...
Though I have to ask why Humphreys, trusts the Claw at the end to tell him it's a frame-up job, after he reveals he killed the other two guys without being told to do so. You think after that Humphreys would be like, oh my god, is he gonna come after me next? I probably shouldn't tell him he's getting sent on a frame-up job. Nope, probably just best to still let him get caught, because if he gets away, he might come back for me someday. Not pretty. And, we got a lot of people that die in this film, relatively speaking, for an hour-long film about a criminal investigation. We got the Night Watchman gets it, One of Dick Tracy's informants gets it, and 3 of the criminals get it because the claw kills 2 of the others, and then ends by electrocuting himself with his claw. Because you gotta make it real dramatic. He can't be eaten by a crocodile or something, like Captain Hook. He has to accidentally put his hook on a live wire and gets fried to death. And I have to admit, the movie really gives some really blatant foreshadowing of what's coming when they lower the camera down to look at a sign that says high voltage. Like, yeah, someone's about to get electrocuted, and we know it's not going to be Dick Tracy, because he's the hero! And heroes don't need plans. Oh my god, I can't believe I just referenced Snow. What does Final Fantasy 13 even have to do with this movie? Nothing, and it should have stayed that way. But yeah, I mean, if you want some B-grade film noir, this is probably a good one to take a look at. I have a hard time taking the Colossus very seriously as a villain, considering he hobbles around a bit. And, how threatening is a claw in one hand, or arm, in a series where almost everyone else has guns? Like, seriously, they show one guy trying to shoot the claw, and he ends up shooting his partner multiple times in the back, yet the bullets don't go through him into the claw. And I'm kind of calling bullshit on that, but, whatever. I mean, I guess you gotta give the claw some credit. It's a dramatic effect when he's lifting his claw about to, bring it down and kill somebody. You got that going for it. It's just not, as practical as a firearm. I mean, if I wanted impractical weapons, I'd go play Final Fantasy X. Or Final Fantasy VII, where someone uses a boat anchor. No, that was 8, sorry. I'm getting my Final Fantasies confused. Oh well. Like I said, this is a decent one to check out if you need a B-grade, film noir experience. Otherwise, probably don't dig into it, if you're not interested in, B movies. Especially old B movies in black and white. Till next time, then. See ya.